Hello, everybody, and welcome to GQUAT Traditions. Happy Saturday. Let me see if I can pull you up. So, I just got notification that I am live. So, I will wait for people to come into the room. Come on in the room. Nothing sticking out. GQUAT. Okay. Hello, my Renaissance grandma. Thank you for coming. And I hope you're having a great day. You know, every time I go to your channel and I read things about you, I'm like, we could be sisters. You are so much like me. Hello, G Mama Grows. Thank you for coming and welcome. Hi, Sissy, Joanne Stevens. Thank you for coming. Cheryl Faulkner, hello. And thanks, everybody. And welcome aboard the GQuad Traditions Family Reunion Bus. Everybody saying hello to everybody. You guys, life goes on. There's, every day, every minute, and I decided for myself, my Mother's Day present to myself is to get to enjoy you guys. Every week, I'm running like something's chasing me. I have things, a little itinerary that I want to present, information I want to share. Then I'm sitting at the sewing machine and missing most of your comments. And I want to enjoy you today. Cheryl Faulkner saying, hey, Auntie Ellen, and chat. G Mama Grows. I'm learning how to get these on and off. Hello, Joanne Stevens. I couldn't do this walking to bubblegum before. Hey, Joanne, G Mama. So I hope everybody's having a good day. My Renaissance Garden, like and share. Thank you very much. So I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, everybody, the jewelry spot. Hello. Thank you for coming. And you notice I shortened the name over here in the corner. The jewelry spot says, hi, Auntie Ellen. Martika, hello, Martika. Thank you for coming and welcome. I appreciate you, everybody, taking the time out of your day to come and say hello and welcome. So I have had such a busy week, and I wanted to share some things with you. I don't know if you guys, how many of you saw my short where I was doing the oil for the dandelion salve? The oil is still fermenting over there, but oh my goodness, I had it in a half-gallon container, and it was a lot. And I bought the best extra virgin olive oil. I put the dandelions in it. Hello, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for coming and welcome. I was working on that dandelion salve, and I when you're blind in one eye, your depth perception is off. So I'm politely straining my oil. So I had this bright idea. I'd put it in a pan first with a colander and get most of the debris out, which I did. Then I got ready to pour it back into the half-gallon container. All of a sudden, I feel something warm going down my leg. Nope, I didn't wet on myself. And saw this oil going all over everything. Oh my goodness. I must have spilled about a pint of it, but I saved most of it. But guess what I did do? I went on handy dandy Amazon and bought some wide mouth funnels, some wide mouth funnels. So that won't happen again. I actually have a really, really big one, but the funnel part was too long. So now I think this is like the baby bear's porridge, just right. Plus, I like stainless steel for cooking and everything. No, not throwing everything all over the place. Hello, Sunday Backyard Farmer. How are you today? I thought about you today and your wife, just Dorsha, because I try to fix myself up a little before I go live. I can never, I don't usually wear my hair back because I can never get it flat. My middle great granddaughter does perfect makeup. She's almost 18. She can do eyebrows just like Dorsha, just Dorsha. Dorsha's eyebrows are always beat. Yes, she rocks. Hey, Bouger. Hola. Bouger Prepa. Oh, guess what, you guys? I've been home alone for the last month. My helper was in Puerto Rico, where she's from, but look, she bought me a lanyard. I needed one. I had that old dogged out one, and I was going to make some more. So that's why I actually started making lanyards and key fobs because mine were actually embarrassing. So she came yesterday. No, yeah, yesterday, and she bought me this lanyard from Puerto Rico. Me gusta mucho. So I had a lot of mail this week from a lot of subscribers and family. um, there's so much going on. One of the reasons I decided to spend time with you and just visit is, like I said, because I'm busy running, doing this, showing that, and life is fleeting. As some of you know, I had a death in the family this week. My brother in law passed, and he was in the Air Force. He's a Purple Heart Marine Corps veteran. But one of the things I wanted to say about that is I nominated him some years ago to get a quilt of valor. And I want each of you who have served in the military, male, female, if you have an honorable discharge, thank you for the condolences, and I appreciate it. And my sister, my baby sister, Della Williams, it was her husband. They've been married 42 years. So that was a long time that he was my brother-in-law. And but you have to take time to live in the present, to enjoy family, and you guys are my family now too. Hello, Happy Mac. Hello, everybody in the chat, and thank you for coming. On a happy note, I want to live in the moment. Like I was saying, life, we don't know how much of it we have. I want to enjoy you. Today, my nephew, Jojo, got married in Boston. So, 2 weeks ago, another nephew had a new baby son. So, I am just happy to be part of 6 living generations. And that being said, there are uncles, there are aunts that I didn't raise my children by myself, or even with a husband or a partner, anything. My whole family, my village raised my children. My daughter stopped by yesterday and we had some Happy Max. It's so good to see you, Miss Ellen. Thank you. It's good to see you guys. I shortened my name over there to just GQUAT, and then I put the garden quilt and art traditions because I get to see more of the screen when I'm talking to you and showing you things. And thank you for hitting the like button, everyone. My channel is really growing. I think my family and I are all surprised. I didn't think that. Well, I started it because I have been alive for 8 living generations. There are 6 living generations now. Hello, our treasured home. Thank you for coming, Anastasia, and welcome. There are 6 living generations, but I also remember both of my grandparents. I have stories I wanted to tell about them, and I was alive for one of my paternal great grandmother. So, yeah, I've lived a lot and I want to share with you guys. And when you guys tell me, oh, Auntie Ellen, I did something, you showed us, that makes me feel, oh, my kids are listening to me. No, you're not kids, you're adults. But do you guys understand that I have both of my kids are in their 50s? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And uh, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not getting in trouble. You're not getting in trouble for telling stuff. I'm not going to do it. So, G Mama Gross said she likes the. Trying to see where I am. G Mama Gross, that's a beautiful quilt. Thank you. If I don't accidentally snatch it down, this is the back of the quilt that you guys saw a couple weeks ago. It's a double sided quilt and it's half square triangles on the back. I like this fabric a lot, and I wanted to make something that it's actually a quilt that I made to show, and I wanted to show how you could take the same fabric and have one look on one side and one on the other, which leads me to those of you who were here last week. I took just some yardage and it was cut in 2.5-inch strips. I sewed the 5 together for a recap. And let me see if I can get to the bottom of the chat. Um, uh, um, Mike, how are your peppers doing? So I sewed them together. And before we left the chat, I mean, Auntie Ellen's creative chat, we made this one block. It was just sewing 5 strips of fabric that were 2.5 inches each, and we put them back together a certain way, and look how it looks. But then, nope, not throwing stuff all over the place. My daughter came yesterday. I live in a small place. I'm downsized. And she said, Mom, you used to have a space over there that was clear. Yeah, but I'm like, this is my media area. That's my gardening area. That's my workout area. That's my crafting room. But this is the same block, the same fabric. I sewed the other block together off camera. Look how different. Let me see if I could show them both together. How different the same exact layout. I mean, cut out the same exact blocks, and you could put the two of these together and make a whole quilt. Isn't that amazing? And it was easy. You could never sew each of those blocks is 4 blocks with 8 pieces in it. There's no way that you could sew all those together in like 20 minutes. So, speaking of peppers growing, Mike's Chaotic Gardening has me in this 800 square foot senior handicap apartment with 3 hydroponic units going. I don't know how many plants I have in soil. I don't know how many starts I have. I have things in jugs using the crafty method. It's like, oh my goodness. Mike says his peppers are great, happy, and ready to harvest. Mike, I have the the hydroponic unit that I won in the grow off with you in GT Junior Grows in Alaska. I have all peppers in there. And there's only one pod that didn't germinate. And the mystery peppers, they are really, really, really growing. I like this hydroponic gardening. I'm going to do almost everything hydroponically. And some of you know that Yankee's sister Homestead lives about less than 15 miles away from me. And she lives so close that her grandchildren go to dance class right down the street from me. So we drop stuff off, well, mostly her and her kids dropping stuff off for me. But Auntie Ellen is always inventing stuff like a Renaissance grandma. They call me a Renaissance woman too. And one of my inventions to use for a unit to keep the moisture in, the little 4-ounce grow pots that you get at the Dollar Tree? Well, the kids' fruit cups fit perfectly over the top. Then I was shopping accidentally on Amazon one day and I bought some plastic bags for my hair when I put my hair conditioner on. I'm terrible at doing my own hair. That's why I wear a wig sometimes, whatever. I can never get it flat, but it's okay. Those setups are often awesome, Happy Max says. So guess what I do with these now? The larger pots, look how big this stretches. So this is my moisture dome for the bigger pots, like up to 10 and 12 inches. Isn't that amazing? And you get, I want to say I got 100 of these for just a couple of dollars. Just a couple dollars. So that's my new grow invention that I wanted to show you, and to show that how you can grow everything accidentally on Amazon. Yes, I have whatever that thing is I have Amazon Prime, and they send you little things like, psst, over here. Did you see this? Oh, you looked at this before. Did you know this was over here? Speaking of Amazon, I got a gift from a subscriber, and when I did the get to know me, all about me, she noticed that I said I like Snickers. And guess what Martika sent me? Oh, thank you for posting my Amazon link. If anybody would like the channel to grow, most of my things on there are things to create content with, but I use anything for everything. I don't throw anything away. Look at this. Snickers. I did not even know they had Snickers in peanut butter, Snickers and almond. Some little mouse was in there. Some little mouse was in there. I don't usually eat a lot of sweets, but the question asked which was my favorite. This was it. I'm glad she got fun size. Mother, I know you're in the bushes. I talked to my mother a few minutes ago, and I've got to watch my middle, as I age. So I went to the post office. Stacy Hands in the Dirt. I don't know if he's here, but he sent me a package. It was actually open. And I mistakenly said, because I'm doing the herb challenge, and I thought that burdock was another name for borage. It is not. It's a separate, different herb. You can do the research yourself. And look, Stacy Hands in the Dirt sent me this borage. I understand that borage can go down to the taproot, can get to like 6 feet. I should have a lot of borage. I have been growing for over 70 years. I will be 75 in November. And I've been gardening since I was about 2 years old. I remember Daddy taking us outside and telling me to put two in the hole, but not Joanne Stevens. She didn't like to get her hands dirty. I was a sister, always playing in the dirt, bringing worms home, doing all kinds of things that I should not have. But I'm still here. That's why I'm enjoying your company today and living in the moment, because, not every day is promised. Another subscriber who sews made me a little purse and sent it to me. I just love this, you guys. We share seeds, we share crafts, we share things that we're doing. That is so special. As a matter of fact, I made all of my Mother's Day gifts. I didn't buy anything, and I'm proud of that. That you use your fingers, your hands, your mind, and a few material things, and you make beautiful things for others. Okay. I have so many things I got in the mail. And then I got this. I thought this was for my mom from a neighbor. That is so thoughtful, Sissy. Um, and she left it on the door. I thought it was for my mother. No, she said it was for me. And it says to my mom, it was from Mr. Hershey, my 10-pound Shih Tzu. And she wanted, you guys must want me to get fat. That's okay. I have a new gym membership that's included with my insurance, and um that's my wish list on Amazon if anybody would like to send something. So here's Russell Stover. I would actually give these to my mother, except my mother's not supposed to be eating sugar. Neither are the kids, neither are anybody, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then, then the neighbor said, Ellen, I wanted you to read the card. I wanted you to read the card. That was a box of turtles, Happy Mac. That was a back of time. It's gardening time. It is gardening time. Oh, hello. Hi, it's gardening time. Thank you for coming. I don't remember seeing you here, maybe, but thank you for. I was trying to show it. Hi, Auntie Ellen. Thank you for coming. Actually, I do remember you coming before. It's gardening time. Thank you. And then this neighbor loves pets. Every time she comes to the door, she brings Mr. Hershey a treat. When my daughter was here yesterday, she stopped by to spend some one on one time with her mother. And she made a special trip just to do that. And we ate. And the neighbor says, Hi, Mom, with hugs and kisses all for you. Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for taking care of me. Hugs always, Hershey. Mr. Hershey is blind, by the way. He's 10 years old. And he's fine other than that. He's in good health, but he just can't see. So I will just have to take care of him like he took care of me. The subscriber who sent me the. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, the one who sent me the little chain also sent some thank you cards. I like to send thank you cards out when I buy when I send seeds or other things that I'm sharing. Hello, Lashes Journey. Hello, everyone who came in since I rang the family reunion bell. Something is sorry. G Mama goes, something happened. I don't know. Chocolate is healthy. Dark chocolate is really healthy. I think that anything in moderation is okay, but you just have to keep it under control. I know that some of us choose to eat or not eat certain things, but those who do, I think that you're okay as long as you keep things in excess. One thing I love to cook. GQUAT traditions, those are some of the six generations of living, actually eight of living. We've always gardened. We've always had a garden. Whether you live in an apartment or something, you grow it out in the hedges, in pots and containers, whatever. And we cook from scratch. I cook the old-fashioned way. But when I go to Arizona and on my staycations with my sister and my brother-in-law Roscoe, I love to cook, but I also like to eat. I eat healthy, but my portions are not like a half cup of rice. a half cup of pasta. One day I came home, my sister and brother-in-law and I, and we got like a Subway or something. I sat down, I opened it. My sister looked at me, she said, "Sissy, you're not going to eat that whole thing, are you?" Well, I probably was till she busted my chops. But I cook and then I sit down and my sister makes the plates. My sister has never worn more than a size 4 to 6. I'm going to be like her when I grow up. She's 3 or 4 inches taller than me. So I want to show you something else I received from a subscriber. And she watched how I make the casserole dishes. And look, she made me a casserole pad in Native American colors. I just love this. It matches all my colors around here. And I needed one. I make things and I don't make things for my own self. So I thought that was very pretty and very kind. Sisterly love looking out for me. Yes. Joanne and I have been besties ever since my mom brought her home from the hospital. Gracias, Bouger Prepper. So, as I was saying, oh, this is a card from the subscriber, but it has personal stuff on it. So I won't read it. And then my daughter brought me some things, some clothes. Hello, Darth X. Thank you for coming and welcome. And so I like red lipstick and I like red toes. So I like taking my own polish when I get a mani pedi. I don't I keep my nails short and they get all busted up in the garden and doing things. But she brought me this for my toes. I thought this was a really pretty red. I didn't have this color red. I had darker and I had other colors, but I guess this is a new color to take. And she's taken my mom. They're going to get a mani pedi together on one day this week. And then, like me, I'm a little bit on the budget side, even though things fall in my cart. I bring it every day. Says, "Hi, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Hi, everybody." And G Mom says, "Hello." And Kelly's a crafter as well. But um, my daughter always buys the nicest cards. Look at this. Wouldn't this make a beautiful painting or something, an art quilt that could be done in fabrics? And I just love reading the words in cards. And it says, "Mom, you're sunshine." So there's the sun. That's Auntie Ellen, the sunshine. "Mom, the way you have faith that good things will come around, that it's all going to work out, that you're going to make it through no matter what, is a huge inspiration. Hope your Mother's Day is as warm and loving as you. Have a great day. Love always. Your daughter." It's gardening time, so she loves that color for the toes. I'll be able to see them out there jumping past the mosquitoes and groundhogs and squirrels. Is anybody having their garden overrun by squirrels and groundhogs yet? The card does look like a state fair quilt. Oh, speaking of quilting, I want to invite those of you that sew. There is a Facebook group called Quilt Africa Fabrics. I love boutiques and I love African fabrics, but they're having an art quilt challenge and you're going to be doing a bust of a face. Now, this international fabric group is based in Nigeria, but the woman sells African fabrics and boutiques and indigos, but we have members that are worldwide, all over Australia, England, whatever. And then there are 200 people signed up already. You can use your own fabrics. They have a template that you can use for a face for the art quilt. There will be instructions. So it's called Quilt Africa Fabrics. And I will be joining it. And I would like to invite each of you to join it. And then you take a picture of it in 30 days. There'll be like 4 Zoom meetings and we get together and we talk about what we're doing. I got a lot of onions and garlic outside this season. Hopefully, it keeps them pests away. Me too. Gina, hello. Thank you for coming and welcome. G Mama says she has lots of onions and garlic. That's the only thing I have planted so far outside because it's actually kind of cool still here in Connecticut. And I don't have a garden outside. I have a community garden that's, in the vicinity, but mine is going to be a one and done. When they go out, it's it. You live, you make it, or you don't. But it's too far. I have to put things in my little cart, and it's about a quarter of a mile away, round and about. Everybody's saying hi to Gina. Gina, I did go back. I missed you last night. Auntie has a nap time, but I did go back and watch you and TT. I enjoy watching others cook. Yeah, so much for the gardening in Connecticut. I usually plant. Our family tradition was to plant on Memorial Day weekend. G Mama Gross says she hasn't found a community garden yet. You know what I love about it? I love that, it's a space, it's virtually free, except that you have the 2-legged varmints and the 4-legged varmints. But it's space when, like me, I live in an apartment now. I don't own my own land, but I am what they call a guerrilla gardener. Do you know what a guerrilla gardener is? Does anybody know? A guerrilla gardener is one who takes other people's stuff in garden. I go to my mom's house. I might take like a quarter of an acre. I took the lower backyard of her house and had the nerve to take it over and plant stuff. My dad was in construction and he had some vintage concrete blocks in the backyard. So about 20 years ago, I took some wheelbarrows and wheeled these heavy, these are not like the cinder blocks that you get now, and put these blocks down in the lower yard and made edging. And my dad said, "Who told you to do that? Go bring those back upstairs, back up in the upper yard." I said, "Daddy, I will buy some more, but I am not bringing those up. I could barely get them down there. Those were the heaviest blocks." Darth X, he's a guerrilla gardener as well. I plant seeds and stuff. Joanne Stevens, I'm all over the place. And Joanne has the biggest orange tree, the biggest Meyer lemon tree you have ever seen. It's about 15 years old, and it's like 2 stories high. 2 stories high. She also has orchid trees that are not a single orchid, but I mean, the whole tree is orchids. I have it listed. Joanne says she's waiting for me. I put 100-gallon grow sack. A funny story. I like to go to yard sales. I like to go to secondhand stores. So I was in Arizona one month. We usually go and walk like 5 in the morning because it's so hot out there. By 9 o'clock in the daytime, you come back and you just want to get straight in the pool or sit out back. It is so extremely hot. And then we walk, and who's calling Cadence? Auntie Ella, left, right, left. I had a good home, but I left. I got a girl down in old Kentucky. She can't dance, but she sure could laugh, laugh. She'll be coming around the mountain. And we have so much fun about that wagon. So we get the wagon, and of course, I couldn't pull the thing home. It was about like a half a mile, maybe a mile away. So Joanne dragged this wagon. And mind you, my sister only weighs 124 pounds. And she drags, as we're little, she drags this wagon uphill, down dale, all the way. Oh, Sassy, you know the rest of that cadence, right? I didn't say it all. Yeah. So that wagon is still in the yard. I dragged it out over by the orchid tree, some other stuff. And my sister's yard is totally landscaped. That is until I get there. There's this old fake U-Haul truck that's a toy. It's still in the middle of the yard where I dragged it. And the flower pots, I was container gardening in like 90, 120-degree weather. So nothing germinated because I got there. It's still out in the yard where I left it. But they left me. It's like, uh-oh, Sissy's coming back. And then I go upstairs and they actually gave me like 2 bedrooms and a bathroom so I can sleep in one and craft in the other one without tearing the whole house up. But I do. I have quilts laid out in the den all over the floor. Everybody helping me pick out fabrics or lay them out, and we have so much fun as a family. I want to finish showing you my Mother's Day thrift and the project that I'm working on. So my daughter came by and she noticed that I'm always throwing stuff on the floor and whatnot when I'm doing my lives. So, and she says, Mom, you don't need to bring another thing in here. I'm not. When I bring something new in, I try to take something out or give something away. Joanne says, Steven says, yes, we do have fun. My sister Joanne, her anniversary will be this week, and she and Uncle Roscoe have been married 48 years. So he's been my brother that long. So my daughter bought me this box. It's one of a series, but I love it because it's so big. And ta-da! All my purple lovers, G Mama, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. No, Mike, I didn't get your gift in the your key fob in the mail yet. You or Maria Graham, but I will. So I can keep that near my sewing machine or over by here to not throw stuff all over the place. I want to share something with you guys that I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you heard of Love Pop flowers? Love Pop flowers, large form pop up flower bouquets that are handcrafted to last, featuring intricate laser cut detailing. The standalone bouquet is 10.25 inches tall and 7.5 inches wide when fully unfolded. Allergy friendly, portable, and long lasting, these flowers can be shared with anyone, go anywhere, and will never wilt. An undeniably unique gift for the brightest bloom in your bunch. So, my daughter gave me these, but look at this, you guys. How cute is this? It's 3D. It looks like it's real. Look at this. It's got a little hummingbird in there. This is so cute. This is so cute. Better late than never. Mike, you know I'm slow in the mail, but they will they'll have something extra in the box. You know, you can't, it has to accrue interest. Yes, Sissy, your niece Sonia brought these, and these are orchids. This is an orchid bouquet. For those of you who have allergies or can't have fresh flowers, I can. Is there an inch of space to put fresh flowers here? No, not until after the 31st of May when I put all these seedlings out. Oh my goodness. I must have 50 or 60 different plants in here growing. Hello, beautiful bougie preppers. Um, Auntie Joanne says my daughter gives the best gifts. She really does. And she knows what size everybody wears. She gave me um, something to wear, and I'm going to wear it when I go to my mom's house tomorrow. Um, no, Mom, I didn't say how old you are. I know you're in the bushes, Mother. Love you. Ego amote, Mommy. I'll see you tomorrow. But she's talking about gifts. So I said I loved it, but my daughter worked in high fashion for ever since she got out of college until about 5 years ago. So everybody is fashion conscious. Me lately, not so much. Not so much. So I got a. I don't know if you saw Tracy. I don't think she's in here right now. Passionately Intrigued Arts. She made some key fobs. Like I gave a demo on how to make key fobs and lanyards. For those of you who are new, these are some of the lanyards out of some dragonfly fabric. And these are key fobs that go on your wrist. I think Mike wanted a different one, but I think he didn't want any butterflies hanging on his wrist or dragonflies. But see, here's yours. It's still here, Mike. It's still here, and I have a whole bunch more over there. And to show you what I'm making, they're all laughing at me. So Auntie Ellen's a trip. So um, after I finished making the journals with this beautiful butterfly fabric, I had a couple pieces left over, not big enough to do anything with. Well, a block called a log cabin square usually has like a chimney, something in the middle. Then you sew strips of fabric going around them in different patterns. Some are called courthouse squares when you put opposite sides, or there are different ways to make them. But this is going to be a table runner. She already saw it. It's for my daughter. It might not get finished by tomorrow, but I'm working on it. And guess what? I'm going to take you guys over to the sewing machine. Then I had another piece that was even smaller. So look what I did. I put a little piece of light fabric above it and on two sides, and I put a strip of black on pure black on the other side. Would you guys like me to show you what I'm actually going to do? The chat comes live. Um, the chat goes live at 7, but we have a few minutes, and I'd like to share with you what I'm doing. Okay. So, oh, I was telling you about the clothes with Sonia. That's my daughter. So when she gave me this outfit, it was I love kimonos, but this was like a long outfit. So I also love pearls. First thing I said, "Oh, I'm going to put my pearls." No, Mom, no pearls, no pearls, Mom. Just plain black, a black top, a black pants, and black shoes. She was like, and the kids are like that. It's like they're always dressing me to make sure, because I'll be doing something until the last minute and then just grab something. But I think I look nice most of the time, except when I'm in the garden. I look like who done it. And I like to have my arms covered and my hair covered to keep the mosquitoes out and to keep from getting bit by anything. So, is anybody making any handmade gifts for Mother's Day or just in general? If you are, can you put a one in the chat? Oh, and if you are a content creator, could you put a one in the chat so that others can see you? Happy Max said, those look so pretty. Thank you. Well, this is just, I didn't want to throw the fabric away. And it was just left over, so I just added something to it. But she always tells me, Mom, don't buy me anything. I don't need another thing. I don't have room for anything. She's like my sister Joanne Stevens. I always have my lipstick on. Yes. Yes, you guys. Yes, you guys. And uh usually my lipstick and my hoops, even under the masks, even under everything, my makeup, my lipstick is on under there. I even put a little eyeliner and eyebrow pencil on so I look nice for you guys. Is anybody there are more content creators in here so that everybody can visit each other's channel. So thank you. So I just want to remind you guys that to do what you love and love what you do, whether it's gardening, cooking, whatever, take that extra time, that extra minute to um just live in the moment, because life is fleeting. And there used to be a song by Doris Day back in the day. I don't know if you remember. Our treasure home says, you look beautiful. Well, thank you. Thank you guys. And it was Que Sera, Sera. Whatever will be. The future's not ours, you see. Que Sera, Sera. Horrible singing. Hey, Nikki girl, the everyday life of an OCD is chick. My daughter, my Nikki. Thank you for coming. So, and there's another saying that tomorrow never comes. So never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. That's what I'm saying to each of you. So let's just quickie go over to the sewing machine. Take my phone so that I can see the chat and show you guys. I did sort of clean off the corner because my supervisor was coming yesterday. No, it was my daughter. But I put some of the stuff away. Oh, I know what. You see this family sign? The day that my car accidentally stopped in the Dollar Tree on the way from the doctor, that fell. That fell in the car. And while I'm over here, there were some things that I thought we could do some crafting with. And like this is like a sign that we could paint or use and chalk the way that it is. Then I thought this would be a good logo. I have another thing. This was a logo, sort of a logo that I had envisioned at one point with a heart on it, like as a logo. That was before I came up with this one on traditions. And then I just want to share with you guys that are making your own merch. I bring it every day. That they had like some of these placards They could be painted. You can make garden signs. You make garden signs. So the only reason they fell in my cart is because I wanted to share with you guys some some other things. Or this is another type of board that could be painted and make something out of it. So turn on the sewing machine, put you in the stand. Unicorn Lady Tech, hello, thank you for coming. And welcome to the GQUAT Family Tradition Bus. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing over here. There's always like 50,000 things going on in here in my studio, but some of that stuff in the background is gone. And look at all these key fobs. They've actually got the detail stitching on it. They just need the rings on it and the label. They'll be ready to go out. I finished this table runner last week when you guys were, hello, Unbiased LLC. Thank you for coming and welcome. So this is actually a casserole pad, and I just love this dragonfly fabric. So I use it for a lot of things. But I wanted to show you because there's still time between today and tomorrow to make Mother's Day gifts. So I wanted to show you how you put a table runner together. And what you do is you put your I'm turning this side because it has less lint on it. You put your backing down, and you always put your fabrics right sides together. So this is the right side of the backing. It's going to be plain black. Hello, uniform lady, like everybody's speaking. So this will be the front of the table runner. So I'm going to center it on the backing. And one thing you want to do is make the backing just a little bit bigger than the piece on top. This is hard to see the edges because it's the blackest black. If you guys want to buy black fabric that's the blackest of black, buy something called Kona. That's the brand maker, Kona black, because it's dark. I like mixing it with my African fabrics. And here is a piece of cotton batting. Now, if you're making it for like a casserole pad or something, you use thinsulate or something that's more heat tolerant. But nobody takes a pot like a Dutch oven and puts it straight on the oven. But what I want to show you is when you put the right sides together, it seems counterintuitive, but you move that and you actually put the backing on the very bottom because you're going to turn it inside out. So now I am putting the backing on top of here. Let me check on the time. We have 6 minutes. I'm going to run it until the end. So I'm going to pin this. And you just put a few pins in the corners. A few pins in the corners and along the edges, and you put them down enough so that you could sew unimpeded and not have to stop. Not have to stop. Don't worry, I'm not going to sew this thing because we're all going to switch over in like 5 minutes and go to the chat and see what's going on. Oh, I forgot what else my daughter brought me. I have just a small wine rack here in my place that holds like six bottles of wine. So she bought me a nice bottle of wine. Am I gonna drink it today? No, because I'll be on the road tomorrow to go see mommy, and I want to enjoy it and wallow in it and sleep late. So after church tomorrow, I'm going to my mom's house and spend time with the six generations. So since you're still here, I will show you um, the key fob, how I kind of finished them. Hello, Casings 55. You're not late, you're here. Thank you for coming in, and thanks everyone for hitting the like button. If you're not a subscriber, I ask you to please subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of fun, and it's like a family unit. I'm the old Auntie Nana. The kids say, my great grandkids, people think they're my grandkids, but they're my great grandchildren, the teenagers. They say, Nana, you're the funnest Nana ever. I do things I'm not supposed to be doing, of course. Hello, Jags. The honey slanga. I used to know. I used to know. I have a friend called the honey dripper. I don't know if my sister Joanne Stevens remember. His name was Drops, but his nickname was the honey dripper. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Well, is anybody cooking tomorrow? Or are you guys going out to dinner? Put a number one if you're going out to eat tomorrow. Sissy says you do remember him. Yes, we have friends going back. My sister and I are a year and a half apart. I'm a year and a half older than her, and we have friends that we've had since we were 2 and 3 years old. He was smooth. He was smooth as butter, not butter, butter. He was. He was the smooth guy at the club who bought all the drinks for all the ladies. Just give them what they want. Give them what they want. And we just loved him. Those were the good old days. Yeah, don't get around much anymore. So everybody, I won't start sewing anything. I will give you a chance to go over to the chat, and I will be coming. So, GQUAT Traditions, Garden Quilt and Art Traditions. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is an I. This is an L. This is a U in American Sign Language. When you get old, your fingers don't go straight. But that's the little sign you see on most of my taking mom for a car ride wherever she wants and lunch wherever she wants. That is so cool. She just wants to be with you. That's what she wants. Jake said, my kid's talking about doing something for their mom. See, that's just being together. At my mom's house, her great grandson will be there, and he likes to go get up on grandma's bed. I love it when they're on my quilts, and um, he just sits there. They do puzzles together, and to see six generations, the eldest in the generation and one of the youngest, because we have newer babies, but that aren't here in Connecticut right now. So peace, love, and blessings, everybody. See you in the chat. Thank you for coming. Ego amate, mother. I love you. I'll call you in a few minutes. All right. Thanks, everybody.